off Venezuela.
Hands off Venezuela.
No war in Venezuela.
No war in Venezuela.
And we are in an extremely dangerous moment. Already they have murdered 83 people in the Caribbean and the Pacific. 83 people. These are not drug kingpins. These are, if they're smuggling drugs, which they have provided zero evidence for, they are low level. Some of them are known to be fishermen. They are not bringing in the fentanyl that is killing people in this country. Anything, they may be bringing in cocaine, which is not what's causing this overdose epidemic. These are lies. Lies that they are using to justify putting the biggest aircraft carrier in the world right off the coast of Venezuela, threatening the people there. They got a base in El Salvador where they got planes that they're flying out of. Ecuador thankfully voted to reject the base that they were trying to put in Ecuador, but they got 15,000 troops in the Caribbean right now, threatening our people. And I say our people because we are here representing the people of the world. We are not speaking here as Americans. As the revolutionary leader I follow, Bob Avakian, said, American lives are not worth more than other people's lives. And internationalism means the whole world comes first. Not America first. The whole world comes first. So we are representing for the people in Puerto Rico, for the people in Colombia, for the people in Haiti, for the people in Cuba and Nicaragua, which are also in the crosshairs of the United States right now. And we have to stop this war from being launched on Venezuela. There is a crime already being committed with those 83 murders, and they're getting ready to commit an even more monstrous crime against humanity. So I want to call on everyone to join with Refuse Fascism this coming Monday to wrap the White House in crime tape. Surround the White House in crime tape. It's going to take thousands of us to do this. And I want to say, because there's been some discussion here, there's been some debate here about the relationship between the fascism that we are seeing in the White House right now and the whole capitalist imperialist system. Yes, America has committed one crime after another under Democrats and Republicans. This is true. The United States has invaded Latin America 100 times. But what Donald Trump represents is a return to open imperialist, colonialist domination of Latin America. They're calling it the Don Road Doctrine instead of the Monroe Doctrine, right? Pete Hegseth got up on Twitter the other day and he said, we're going into Venezuela, we're doing all this because Latin America, the Western Hemisphere, is America's neighborhood, and we need to protect it. What he meant by that is Latin America, Western Hemisphere is America's neighborhood, and we need to dominate it. Because that is what they have done for over 100 years, ever since they stole half of Mexico. And they've been launching one coup, one death squad, one military invasion, one military dictatorship after another. In 1915, the Marines, right? Went straight into Haiti and took all their gold reserves and brought it back to Citibank in New York City. This is what Donald Trump wants to go back to. Not even pretending to be about human rights and democracy, but go straight to these countries, plunder their oil, plunder their resources, exploit their markets, and reap the benefits for a handful of capitalist imperialists. This is what they are talking about on an international level. Open trampling on weaker countries and nations. Open colonial domination. But it's more than that. Fascism, and this is what I want to emphasize right now before I end. Fascism doesn't just mean atrocities against immigrants, atrocities against LGBT people, atrocities against women's rights, terrorizing black people, terrorizing immigrants, concentration camps. Fascism also means the space to even resist, the space to even be able to have a protest like this gets eliminated. That's where things are heading in this country. You see how they're labeling Antifa domestic terrorists. You see how they're coming after Trump's political opponents, indicting Letitia James. This is serious, people. This is not some timeless struggle. We could end up in a situation where we can't even be out here, where we're all next to each other in a fucking concentration camp, arguing about what the imperialist system or fascism or whatever the fuck. No, we have to stand up right now. We gotta drive this regime from power, whatever kind of better future you want. Whether you're a socialist, a democratic socialist, whether you're pro-Palestinian, anti-Zionist, whether you're a revolutionary communist like me, whether you're a Democrat, we gotta come together right now. We gotta come together to drive this fascist regime out through mass, nonviolent struggle to drive out this fascist regime. And to fundamentally change this system, we do need a revolution. But right now, all of us who refuse to accept a fascist America, who refuse to accept war in Venezuela, who refuse to accept the terror that's being perpetrated against immigrants in LA, Chicago, Portland, New York, DC, now in Charlotte. Are you watching these videos? If this makes you sick to your stomach, what is happening every single day in this country, we gotta come together to drive this fascist regime from power, and then let's go on to change the whole damn world. Thank you.